Okay, calling to order at 7 p.m. Is there any public comments? I do have one, and Jorge and Jeff, this is kind of directed to you guys. I'd like to have Matt's position looked at, please, because he has only, and it's nothing against him personally, I don't even know him, I've met him once. And then I believe he only made maybe the Christmas dinner. We just need, and I think his intentions were probably very well when he applied to be on the board. We just need a little bit more commitment from people that do join us. We all have life happen and have to miss. But if we can just have that looked at again, because I know we have it in place to only be able to miss so much. Obviously, if something catastrophic happened, we can work with them, but if we can have that looked at, please. Okay, any other public comments? Okay, moving right along. Verification of posting of agenda.
Agenda posted per NRS.
Consideration and possible action approval of agenda as submitted and revised.
I move to approve the agenda as submitted. This is Commissioner Heath.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay. Did you? Oh, I saw you. I had my readers on. I couldn't see you down there, Amber. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I was like, I don't have my readers on. I couldn't see you down there. Okay. Right. All right, new business, consideration and possible action regarding residential construction tax master plan of the 3C event complex in conjunction with the Oser Regional Park, 30,000. Jorge?
Yeah, as you probably are aware that we've been working to get funds to do some improvements at the 3C event complex along with Oser Regional Park and then of course the softball fields through SNPLMA, the Southern Nevada Public Lands Management Act. That project, or at least those funds, I guess on the surface right now we're looking at possibly receiving funds for the 3C event complex. It was part of the committee that they put forward as our recommendation for that project. And so we're just waiting still for the the Secretary of Interior to sign that paperwork. And so as soon as that happens, then, funds will be available. And so probably here in the next 6 months to a year, those funds could come available. Well, it kind of makes sense for us to kind of take a step back and really look at the whole grounds as they work together, Oser Regional Park and then the 3C event complex. Instead of bar napkin, and actually have some professional services come in, put together a master plan and kind of make sure that we're moving in the right direction. And so that gives us a little bit of time to do that. And so we're looking to approve $30,000 to have that plan put together, which will also will coincide with the improvements that are going to be coming down the road if those funds become available. And it's a new fiscal year, so there's money in the account to cover this cost.
I'm going to ask that. Where's this coming from? But it is new. Okay, any questions or comments for him? If not, I'd be happy to take a vote on this, please.
This is Ava Case. I make a motion that we approve the consideration for the improvements of the 30,000?
Is there a second?
Master plan.
A master plan.
Oh, sorry, of master.
Thank you.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hands up and eyes. Okay, perfect. Committee and departmental reports, 3C event, I think we're supposed to say complex events.
Yeah. Those T's are tricky. You got to watch out for them. They like to run off on you. You loaning her your glasses. Okay, so as far as events coming up for July, we of course have our Boots and Britches program, which is kind of a feeder program for just rodeo equestrian events. We've been doing that for years, and so we had the first two, of course, in June. We usually tend to have 6 of those events. There's one coming up actually tomorrow, I believe, and so the 10th and the 24th. As far as Silver State and Barrels on the 14th, we haven't had one of these in a while, so it's kind of revived, and the producer is back to putting those on, and it sounds like it's going to be a pretty decent size event. Many of you recall the Fastest Gun Alive World Series usually was in October. Well, now they've moved to July, and the reason that they've done that is because in October they don't have the ability to bring in the youth shooters, which now they're hoping which should improve their attendance by probably about another 100 or 150 kids. So it's just getting bigger. So it's pretty cool. And then we have Reining Horse Association. As far as August events, again, we have Boots and Britches, Fallon Horseman Association, and of course we'll be coming up with the Cantaloupe Festival and the Fallon Junior Rodeo, which will be on that Labor Day weekend. So those are as far as the events are going. I think I'm still up on the next item. As far as other items for the department as well, I'd like to also add that the 4th of July parade went really well. We had 92 entries, and a lot of those had multiple entries, so it was actually even more than that. We have the tennis, soccer, and basketball camp are coming up. Actually, the tennis camp starts next week. We also are going to revive the Dust Devil Triathlon, which kind of died out during COVID. So now we're going to give it another whirl. And then as far as the Sun Fun program, we're still running with over 100 kids in the program. We were able to get the shade structure up and all the tables put together. We're looking at doing a kind of a ribbon cutting for the 3rd pod, which will actually be all 3 pods are now done in the fall when it gets a little cooler, and then once we get done out of Sun Fun and transfer over to Care, it'll be a little easier to do that. And we're going to also have the Rotary folks there because they help donate towards not only the shade structure, but they also gave us funds for all the camps for the t-shirts. So as far as other items that I wanted to bring up was normally this time of year in August when school opens up, we usually tend to do our closure for the swimming pool for a month. We're actually going to shift gears. We're going to try a different time of year. Originally we would do that because everybody's going back to school. It really, our enrollment or our participation would really drop. So it kind of made sense to do it at that time, plus the warmer temperatures, so we wouldn't be freezing things up when you're not running the pumps. And so what we're going to shoot for is during Veterans Day, we're going to close, and then we'll try to carry all the way through Thanksgiving, because that's another time that we're also really slow. So, and then it also allows us to have more, I guess, help, because a lot of kids are out of school too during that Thanksgiving break. So if we need extra help from guards and stuff to get opened up again. And I already told you about SNPLMA, and I believe that's all I have. We're just going to do it in fall. We haven't picked a date yet. Yeah.
You'll
we're
let
just-
us know. Okay.
I'll let y'all know, and then we'll do a big thing. I don't know if you recall, we did one for the first pod that we opened, and then now we're at the 3rd pod. So I'm also hoping to have the exterior paint finished on the 3rd pod. It's just been so hot right now, and then also with all the kids running around, we're just waiting to get that painted as well. So. Right now, I think we have 130
130.
registered.
The attendance has been around 120 a day.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
what, yeah, Robin told me that today, so.
We're maxing.
Yeah, and I think we have about 140 or 150 registered for the
Yeah.
program. So, yeah, we've been, this is our 2nd year having to solicit 2 school buses from the school district to accommodate all the kids for the field trips. So
Nice.
it's
great
exploding program. So
All right. Consider future agenda items. Anything?
I don't have anything at this time
Right
other
now.
than the maybe possibly a vacancy on the board.
Okay. And then the next scheduled Parks and Rec, we would be looking at August 6th, 2024 at 7 PM. Do you think we need it at this point?
Probably not. I think we'll just play it by ear, because then the following, in September, that usually tends to be, around veterans, or Labor Day.
Labor
get
Day.
My 3-day weekends mixed up. So we'll have the junior rodeo. I know that was an issue when we were over at the fairgrounds because of trying to get in the multipurpose building, but we'll just kind
So
of see.
September 3rd, you would want to meet? Okay.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay, so tentatively not August 6th, but September 3rd at 7 PM right here at Commission Chambers. Okay, perfect. All right, any more public comments? All right, we're going to adjourn at 7:10.